What's up, Mavericks? If you're looking for accounting software for your small business or as a freelancer, two accounting tools will pop up again and again. FreshBooks and Wave are both popular options designed for keeping the numbers simple for lean operations. But despite those similarities, they serve different purposes, and picking the wrong one can cost you time and money down the road. So today we're breaking down both platforms so you can walk away knowing exactly which one belongs in your business. Let's get into it. Before we get into the details, here's a quick overview of each platform. FreshBooks is software that's built around the service business workflow. It's packed with features that carry your business from proposals all the way to getting paid. If your business runs on billable hours, client projects, or retainers, FreshBooks was built with you in mind. Wave takes a different approach entirely. Accounting, invoicing, and expense tracking are all free. It isn't a free trial, and it doesn't lock its core features behind paywalls. Wave earns revenue through optional paid add-ons like payment processing and payroll, and there's a paid pro plan for users who want more automation. Pricing matters, but it's not the whole story. A free plan you hate using isn't saving you anything, so let's look at the full picture before you decide, starting with features. Both platforms cover the basics like invoicing, expense tracking, bank connections, and financial reporting. But beyond that, they offer completely different experiences. FreshBooks excels in client-facing features. The proposals tool is genuinely impressive. You build a proposal, send it to a client, they approve it, it converts to a project, and then it flows into an invoice. The full loop from pitch to payment happens on one platform without manual handoffs. You also get customizable invoices, recurring billing, automatic late payment reminders, time tracking, client retainers, and a client portal that lets clients view and pay invoices without creating an account. For project-based work, there's project profitability tracking on hire plans so you can see whether a job actually made money. On the other hand, Wave focuses more on the fundamentals. You can create and send professional invoices, track income and expenses, connect your bank, manage vendor bills, and generate standard financial reports like profit and loss and balance sheets. The Pro plan adds automated bank transaction imports and categorization, receipt scanning, and recurring invoices. Together, these features help you save time if you're handling your own books. What Wave doesn't offer is a comparable client workflow. There are no proposals, no retainers, and time tracking is limited compared to FreshBooks. For straightforward accounting and invoicing, Wave holds its own. For businesses that are centered on client relationships, FreshBooks has the clear edge. But what's the point of having a bunch of features if the software is hard to use? Fortunately, both Wave and FreshBooks are designed for business owners, not accountants. Neither platform requires a background in bookkeeping to get started, but there are a few differences to keep in mind. FreshBooks keeps navigation tight and intentional. Main actions such as creating an invoice, logging time, and sending proposals are easy to find and fast to execute. The interface is polished and first-time users are typically up and running within a day. Wave has a slightly more traditional accounting layout, which can feel a bit overwhelming at first glance. But once you get oriented, the core tasks are straightforward. The trade-off is that some of the automation features on the Pro plan, like bank rules and transaction categorization, require a bit more setup time up front. If you work with an accountant, both platforms support accountant access. FreshBooks supports it across all plans, while Wave's collaboration tools are more limited on the free starter plan. FreshBooks is slightly more refined and guided in how it directs you through tasks. Wave takes a simpler, stripped-down approach, and which one feels better day to day is really a personal call. Next on the list is integrations, and if your business uses more than one tool, integrations definitely matter. FreshBooks connects with a solid range of third-party apps. You can link up with payment processors like Stripe and PayPal, project management platforms like Asana, CRM tools, and more. The ecosystem isn't quite as big as some enterprise platforms, but it covers what most freelancers and small service businesses actually need. Wave has a much smaller integration library. It handles payments through its own processing system and connects to banks via Plaid, but native third-party connections are definitely limited. If you need Wave to sync with a CRM or project management platform, Zapier is often the workaround. For solo operators with simple setups, this likely isn't a problem. If your stack is just a bank account, a handful of clients, and a payment method, Wave connects to what you need. For teams building out a more layered set of tools, FreshBooks gives you more flexibility right out of the box. Business owners today are rarely stuck behind their desks. Both FreshBooks and Wave acknowledge this by including iOS and Android apps at no extra charge. FreshBooks mobile app is a standout feature of the platform. You can create and send invoices, run a time tracker, log expenses, snap receipt photos, and message clients directly from your phone. If you're moving between client locations throughout the day, it handles most of the work you'd otherwise do at your desk. Wave's mobile app covers invoicing, expense logging, and receipt capture, and it handles these core tasks well. That said, some of the deeper reporting and accounting features are better suited to a full browser session rather than a phone screen. If your mobile usage centers on invoicing and expense capture, both apps do the job, but FreshBooks pulls ahead when you factor in time tracking and client communication. All right, now let's talk costs. I touched on this earlier, but here's the lowdown on pricing. Wave's starter plan is free, and it's not a trial or a temporary offer. You get unlimited invoicing, expense tracking, bank connections, and standard reporting at no monthly cost. If you want more automation, the paid Pro plan adds automatic bank transaction imports, receipt scanning, and recording invoices. Payment processing fees apply when you accept cards, which is industry standard. Payroll is an add-on with its own monthly pricing. And if you want bookkeeping, support, or accounting coaching, Wave Advisors can handle that. FreshBooks runs on a 4-tier subscription model. Lite covers the basics and supports invoicing for up to 5 clients. The Plus plan raises that ceiling to 50 clients and brings in proposals, retainers, and double entry accounting reports. Premium removes the client gap and adds project profitability tracking. Select is custom priced and aimed at higher volume businesses that need dedicated support and lower processing rates. New users can typically get a discount for the first few months, and there's a 30-day free trial to test the platform before committing. Now, the cost gap between these two is significant. Wave's free tier is a real product and it's not a gimmick, but FreshBooks paid features, particularly around the client workflow, have real value for the right business. Run the numbers against the time those features could save you, and the math usually works out. So at this point, you should have an idea of which software is right for you, but let's just summarize. FreshBooks is a solid fit for freelancers, consultants, or agency owners who regularly manage client relationships, bill by the hour, and rely on proposals or retainers to bring in work. The platform is purpose-built for that cycle, and the efficiency gains on the billing and client management side tend to justify the monthly cost pretty quickly. Go with Wave if you're earlier in your business running a lean operation or just don't need everything FreshBooks brings to the table. The free starter plan delivers legitimate accounting functionality with no monthly fee, and the Pro plan is a reasonable step up when you're ready for more automation. It's a particularly strong fit if you're managing your own books and want to stay organized without a software bill cutting into early revenue. Both platforms handle invoicing and expense tracking. The real difference is that FreshBooks is optimized for client-facing work and Wave is optimized for keeping things simple and affordable. As long as you know which one your business actually needs right now, the decision will make itself. Even if the choice seems clear, both platforms are worth testing before you decide. Wave's free starter plan costs nothing to try, and FreshBooks offers a full 30-day free trial. Sign up for both, run your workflow, and see what feels the most natural for your everyday tasks. And if neither one fits how you run your business, our best accounting software video covers even more options. I've dropped that link in the description for you. Thank you for watching, Mavericks. I'll see you in the next video.